Hello everyone, I'm MVL and I'm as mad about that as you are. Trust me. And welcome to The Curse of Strahd, a customized D&D campaign played on Roll20. And to avoid your already diminishing interest, I'm going to go straight into the action and go to Jonan, our dungeon master, to take it away.
You're really hard on yourself sometimes, you know that? Anyway.
I thought I was brutal, but that's none of my business.
Okay. Welcome back to the Curse of Strahd, where our heroes, the Silver Stakes, are trapped in the land of Barovia, a land encased in mists and ruled by the cruel vampire Strahd von Zarovich. Last time, after Strahd declared he would destroy Vallaki in 10 days, our heroes got to work on their various tasks to try and tip the balance in their favor. They have managed to persuade the monster hunter Rudolf van Richten, who has helped our heroes in the past, disguised as the Bloody Crow, to help with the defense of Vallaki, but not without hearing a lecture from him about tactics. After that, the group traveled to the werewolf den to weaken Strahd's forces, and for Seth and Lily to finally get revenge on their mad leader, Kirill, the one who turned their life upside down. Using the animated armor clankers, who they acquired in the tower, they managed to get the jump on the werewolves loyal to Kirill and took them all out. After a brief pause to promise the children captured by the werewolves that they would be freed soon, the group marched to Kirill, who would have been a more frightening foe if it had not been for a fatal combination. First, Maldraff intimidated him with thaumaturgy, then used Remove Curse to take his werewolf powers away. Second, his attempts to play mind games with Seth completely backfired, as not only did the ranger ignore his offer for a one-on-one duel, but he also filled him with arrows until he was finally dead. However, Kirill has somehow gained the power of reincarnation, and by some cruel trick of fate, our heroes now face his new terrifying form, that of a cloud giant. There are 9 days remaining, and you are now going to have to be giant killers. Roll initiative!
Alright, let's do it.
Let's make some cloud giant steak.
I will say this, Nick, you have disappeared off of webcam.
Yeah, I'm switching that off because everything's just going haywire.
Oh.
Oh, Maldraff.
Yeah, rip me.
Jonan's initiative rolls, I swear.
Yeah, they always seem to be bad, but at least it's not last this time.
Can somebody roll for me, please? Nothing's working on my roll 20.
My intro was so bad it screwed up your computer. I'm sorry. You might need to reset or something. Maybe it could be the map. The map is like really slow. For myself as well.
Well, my initiative is +3, so, and I don't foresee myself moving around a lot. So you can just continue without me until I get myself back into the game.
Oh, we both, MVL and I both rolled.
You got there first, so we'll use yours.
I think it was a 21.
Okay, so we have in that order then. It would be Keldrin, but we may have to hold her turn.
No, I know what I'm gonna do, so.
Oh no, wait. Yes, we've got Keldrin, followed by Jean, followed by Ward, then him, and
should be
okay.
second
Oh
there
yeah.
with
I've got
16.
Ozzy now. So all right. Okay, so yeah, Keldrin, followed by Jean, followed by Seth, followed by Ward.
Actually, Seth goes before me because of his advantage.
Oh, he's got initiative 16. You've got 17.
I have 13. I rolled for Keldrin.
Okay, right.
Keldrin, yeah.
Okay, there we. Okay, so now we got there. So, Keldrin, Seth, Jean, Ward, them, and finally Maldrach.
Seth goes before the enemy. This is all that matters.
Okay. Keldrin, you're up.
Okay, first things first. I'm gonna drop a glitter bomb on that giant. I'm casting Fairy Fire. I'm less than 60 feet away from him, right?
I believe so. Let me just double check. Yep, you're fine.
Great. So, poof. He makes a dexterity check, dexterity save, please. DC of 15.
Well, that's a massive fail.
Great. He is outlined. He sheds dim light, and anybody has advantage on attacks, all attacks. And he can't benefit from being invisible. Don't know if that's going to help or not, but yeah.
Okay.
He is glittery now.
So, continuing on this general theme, he, as he rises up, grinning at Seth's last line, and he goes, "Now it's time to." He gets smacked straight in the face with fairy fire from a fiery Keldrin, and he is now covered in pink glitter and stands out like a sore thumb.
Excellent.
So,
and then for my bonus action, I'm going to shift into giant elk form.
Okay.
And I think that's my turn. I'm going to let Seth go first and try and fucking work out roll 20 in the meantime. Proceed.
Okay, I'll switch your I'll switch your pog as we do that. Seth.
Right, I can't remember if I had Hunter's Mark up or not, so I'll just cast another one as a bonus action. And then I'll proceed to go with a Sharpshooter on.
Oh, actually, looking like this, you did have Hunter's Mark on him, so I'll allow you as a Actually, no, he technically died, so...
Yeah, it can still do it after it's died. It's just I cast it, not this combat, the combat before as well, so an hour might have passed by now. So I'll just cast it again.
Okay. And I believe... Yeah, that is a definite hit, rolling damage. Okay, that is a hit. You fire the bolt straight into, almost straight across his giant's neck. He goes, "Ugh." It's just on hit. It's go ahead and make your next attack.
Go with another Sharpshooter. Well, I've got the advantage.
Dear God.
Definite hit.
Wow. Wow.
Another firm hit, and the arrow shoots by. You're aiming straight up towards his neck, trying to punch as many holes in it as possible. Another gas comes along the side. This time, actually piercing through a vein and blotching out. So you actually see like a spurt of giant blood comes out, and you go. He's just growling in pain at this point, and just looks at you with deep, venomous hatred.
Oh, that hatred is returned fully.
Okay, Ward, you're up.
Actually, it's me.
Yeah, sorry, Jean, you're up. We're gonna get this right.
I would like to dash behind him as my full action, and believe it or not, that is all. Basically, just giving Ward advantage, flank.
He's got fairy fire on him, so I'll have advantage anyway.
Oh, that's true. Well, I need to get up there anyway, so when the fairy fire ends, then Ward will still be flanking.
I do think getting behind him is a good idea because it takes his focus away from the bulk of the group.
Yeah. And if he tries to take off, as I know Cloud Giants do out of character, then we can both just start hammering on him with AOOs.
Okay. With that, you managed to get behind. As he's still recovering from the blood, you managed to get right behind him, and gives you a glare over his shoulder as he sees you running behind him. At which point, Ward.
Alright, Ward doesn't actually know what's going on, but a cloud giant just appeared, so he's going to run up and hit it. I'm going to -5 for +10 damage, because he's all sparkly and Ward knows that makes him easier to hit.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, bonus action, I'm going to use my last rage.
Go for it. That, I believe, just hits.
Wow, my Roll20 is super slow. It took ages for those dice to come up. My apologies. But yeah, let's do some damage.
Oh, good, so it's not just me. Okay.
Another firm hit as he's looking over his shoulder to so as Ewa John's doing. You come in and just slam your blade straight into the shit ins, just knowing that you can't possibly miss, slamming straight into it, because he cut it down. He lets out a howl with rage as you take up a small gash in his flesh. Go ahead and make your second attack. Another hit.
This guy's just gonna get dumpstered.
Another bottom hit. In fact, actually, what happens is you come in, the blade gets stuck in his shin, and then you pull it down, ripping off a small chunk of flesh as you now that he's now howling and shrieking at this point. And he is looking pissed off at a lot of you.
Yeah, I'm going to make him a little more pissed off because I'm going to use my action surge.
Oh my god.
Another firm hit, rolling it down. And other sort of hit, you're just whacking away at this exposed wound, not giving him any time to recover. You go ahead and make an. Another firm hit, rolling it down. Again, another strong hit is you just keep him slamming into this.
I'll replace that 2 with a 5 for any difference that makes. Yeah, just hacking away at his shins angrily with just pure hatred and trying to cut him down, bring him down to size so that someone else can finish him down.
Okay, for the record, that is a damage. That is on the records as the highest damage anyone has ever done in this campaign. 112 in one round.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
And with that, it comes round to his turn. And he is just seething and howling with rage at this point, and he's just. And in his rage, he suddenly taps into an instinct he doesn't realize he have.
That does not sound promising.
You know?
Oh no. I don't like the look of that line.
You weren't meant to see that. He he suddenly disappears into a cloud of mist, and which flies over and then teleports right in front of the Maltrap, the two people he's been cursing the most.
I vaporized him! Yes!
And he is in the circle and staring down at you two and goes, "You bastard!" And he's going to attempt to make a grapple attack. So this is going to be an attack roll as he lunges on that hand towards.
Didn't expect magic, but in fairness, that line could have been a lightning bolt.
That was my thinking.
Who's he grappling? Sorry.
You.
Yeah, I thought so.
Uh, 17.
Dead on.
Okay, so he manages to
Can
grab.
I just interject there? Can I use my reaction before my turn? Yeah. Like as a bonus action?
yes, you can. Like, what reaction do you plan to use?
2 seconds. On Seth.
Oh, yeah, that's an action. No, that's a bonus action.
That's a bonus action. Yeah, it's on your
Yeah.
turn.
Oh, I
It's
thought.
sadly not a reaction.
That would have been
unfortunately.
really, really good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's been a long day. Reading is difficult now.
it's fair.
That's a move.
Never mind. Then, carry
you are
on.
now, you are now grappled as he grabs it and pulls you up. And he goes,
Oh, it's an opposing
I
check
am
now, isn't it?
yes, it is. So you now have to make a strength check as he tries to lift you up into the air.
I can use Dex instead, though, can't I?
Yes,
I-
you can.
Yeah.
That's not
Oh.
an advantage. But that's
Okay,
still the
that
first.
should be high. That should be high. I have to make a strength roll as well. Oh my god.
Oh.
He is just over angry, and he's as you try your best to wriggle out of it, but he's just this pure hatred is just as he's just gripping onto you, and he goes, "If I am going to die, I am so taking you with me." And he then begins to back away towards the cliffside with you in hand. He's just standing at you all going, "Go on. Try it. Who wants to try it?"
Don't worry about me. Take him out.
And let's see. Let's see. I'm just thinking. Yeah, Lily moves a bit forward, but she still, as I say, it's because on the one hand she hates the guy, on the one other Seth is still in his hands, so she is just. She moves forward, but I cannot bring herself to attack. She just sort of stands there growling at him. And with that, I believe, yeah, that's all you can do for now. So we now come to Maldraff. You're up.
How far are these cliffs? I'm assuming it's just the edge of the map.
The edge is this pointy line here.
Do we know how far down it is?
It's 100 feet up.
And if that's going to be way more damaging than the couple of feet I fell earlier, we're in big trouble.
Technically.
Plan is
Technically. That's only 10d6 by the standards of the game.
I'm not sure if this will work, but it's worth a go.
Okay. So he's going to have a make.
Is he? Yeah, he's still humanoid, obviously.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's just a
huge.
big humanoid.
So wisdom saving throw, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
15.
Oh, yeah, 15.
So he just makes it.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. So you you remember it all the other time. Try to cast old person to hold him in place, and he can feel the pressure going on. Not this time. Maltraff, any bonus actions you like to say?
No, the only one I've got, actually. No, I can't. No, that's me done. Unless I can just... Talking to clankers is an action in itself, isn't it?
Unfortunately, yes. At the moment,
Yeah.
Clankers is just obeying the last action, which is guarding you.
In that case, I'm gonna move if I can.
Yes, you can.
Straight up to him.
Okay.
And that'll be me done.
And Clankers follows behind you. Okay, with that, we come back to the top of the round. Keldrin, you're...
Well, shit. At least I'm super fast as an elk. So I already made the math on this. I can get all the way to here. And
I think you can attempt to break his grapple because you have reach.
yeah, I would like to try and do that. If I may.
Okay,
What do I have to do?
I'm sure...
Strength check?
I think you... Yeah, it would probably have to be a straight out check, especially since... Well, I'm trying to consider the logistics of this, because you're an elk and he's a giant, and technically he's holding Seth in his hand above him, so I'm trying to think of...
Okay, what I would like to do, because I'm a giant elk. I'm tall, yo.
Yeah.
There's a thing there. No, it doesn't actually say how tall I am, but I'm a giant fucking elk. Elks are huge anyway. So I would like to kind of like scoop my antlers in between Seth and his hands and like pop him out like a clam out of the shell.
Okay, yeah, we can go with that. I'll say it's a. It'll have to be the strength roll off because you're trying to essentially jolt his grip by attacking part of him. So, okay.
Cool. I'll roll a d20. It gets +4. 17.
13.
Yes!
Ails, you managed to. The elk suddenly charges around like in the order. He was just roaring, trying to off Maldra's spell, but you cut around and in the charge using all your momentum. You leap up and then like a graceful man and go hop up onto his knee and then into his arm. All of a sudden, his arm gets jolted and you are dropped. And could you make me a quick acrobatics check, please? I'll say that's just enough that you manage to land on your feet and don't fall prone. So you land on the ground just beside him here as he just shakes his hand and just stares at you. Go, damn you!
Could you make my
Keldrin,
token? Could you make my token large, actually?
Oh yeah.
Because that might have affected where Seth lands.
There we go. And speaking of which,
Thank you.
Seth, you're up.
I'm just gonna have to try and shoot him in the face.
Go for it.
He's still fairy fired, isn't he?
Yep.
Heck yes.
Yep, sharpshooter all the way.
That is a definite hit. Roll your damage as you aim straight for his face. And as you do, as all of your rage and focus return to you, how would you like to finish this?
Oh yes. Oh wow.
Well, I think from this angle, it's pretty much, well, I say point blank, but it's up through the front of his neck, isn't it, sort of thing? Fill that with some arrows.
You, after the brief, you land on your feet, and as he's stumbling back, still shaking his hand and growling at Keldrin, you instantly just aim straight up, fire at the gap between his jaw and his neck, and just his eyes widen as the arrow shoots out the top of his head and flies over the cliff, and he's just and then you just watch as his body cascades over the cliff, down, before landing with a loud.
Does he disintegrate?
There is a long pause, and you wait. You wait to see if anything comes. And then finally, there's silence. It seems that at last, it's over. You have finally killed this guy.
Guys, we beat him in barely 6 seconds.
That's what happens whenever between the two of our fighters, 160 damage was dealt.
Okay, let's have Seth have his moment. Damn.
We need to
With
make
it-
sure he's dead.
With that, Lily just runs up to you, shifting out of her wolf form, and just embraces you, practically sobbing as she's just. There's no real words exchange. You two both get what the both of you are feeling the exact same. Finally, the bastard's dead. It's all over.
If you don't need to continue now, I can carry on for the both of us. If you want to return to Vallaki, you'll wait for me. I'm sure. You've been through enough.
Lily looks up at you. He looks down and goes, I'll think about it. At the very least, I would like to be there when you face Strahd. He's just as much responsible for this as any of it.
Yes, I almost forgot. There's always another.
He's not nice, but does look back at the cat and then goes, that said, I do know that someone has to take care of those children downstairs. He then also takes a brief over the time to look around at all of you, also giving Keldrin a little pat at her animal form and just go, I should also thank you lot as well for everything. Come on, let's go.
As she's going, I would like to just sort of speak up behind her and say, downstairs, what happened at the front of the cave? Do you regret it?
There is a long pause as she looks up. I don't know. It's hard to forgive someone for killing your only child. But doesn't mean I feel great about it either way.
Good. That means you're still as human as the rest of us. Trust me when I say to be ready, because it never truly fades.
I'll keep that in mind.
Then best of luck to you. And for what it's worth, thank you for tolerating us for so long.
I'm sure you've had to tolerate me just as much.
No, but
He casts a look at you through that.
I know I was a lot to handle. But I want you to know, right or wrong, I understand what you went through. And I would have done the same thing.
He's my. See, he is your nod. Then sort of let out a hollow chuckle. That says, you know, if you lead with stuff like that, you'd be a lot easier to like.
Jean fights back at Chortle. You know, as a brother does when his brother is getting roasted.
Oh,
Are there,
come on.
Sorry, I thought you finished.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, are there any stairs down to where his body is so we can make sure he's dead and also do some looting?
No, it's just a massive slope down the other side of the mountain. You'll probably discover it on the way back, but once you're outside of the cave, you're probably...
Alas, I don't think we have time.
Okay. And with that, you all walk back to through the stairs down to the area where the children were kept, and I'm just going to bring you there now.
Keldrin tries to get through, and like her horns get like stuck on either side, and she's like, and then she shifts back to herself.
Okay.
The cages are locked, correct?
Not really. At the moment they just have like they open at the top and they've just placed a rock on them, so it's pretty much a case of literally just move the rock off and then you can get them out.
Okay, I'll just say to one side. What? Let's deal with this.
Ward doesn't talk, he just does it.
I will obviously assist them.
Okay. Hey, you all one by one slowly move the rocks off and get the children out. They are still in shock. Some are looking relieved, some are a little worried, but they like they're still trying to hide their emotions because they're not 100% sure what's going on still. And this is Ekia step up and go, I take it that Kirill's been dealt with.
That he has.
She is like, good. Now I just need to find Strahd and get Emil back. Then we can finally start fixing all of this. She says, staring at the children, who in turn are still very wary of her.
Do we know who Emil is? That's her husband, right?
She describes him as her mate, but yeah, I mean, he was essentially. You all know this because it's been explained, but a quick primer, he was the one that was actively opposing Kirill before the leadership struggle. He was the one that was saying that all the children should be turned into werewolves and not have to go through life and death battles first.
I thought that I had gotten the impression that he was killed. So Strahd has him?
I'll say, for the sake of this, he notices your confusion. He goes, Strahd just said Emil would come with him. His fate is not certain as far as I know.
Okay.
But I don't know what happened to him. Okay.
As we're topping off, like freeing everyone, I'll turn to Zalekia and say, by the look of things, it seems that Lily will be taking the children back with her to Vallaki. you've been true to your word so far. So if you have interest in pursuing this matter with Strahd, the way I see it, inviting you to come along is also an opportunity to continue watching your intent. No offense, of course.
He's not. I will indeed continue the fight against Strahd. I'm not 100% sure the citizens of Alaki will welcome me, but I'll at least see what I can do. I'll sniff around Strahd's castle, see what I can find, whatever little contacts we have.
I'll incline my head and say, whatever you can do. As I said before, what was done here, make it right. As one of the sole survivors, it rests with you.
I'll do what I can. It seems there was never a chance of survival anyway, so might as well die with a clear conscience, as they say.
There's a huge pile of treasure in this room, right?
I was about to say, right up against the statue.
Yes,
Right.
right up against the statue.
So,
Although,
Caldron is gonna go there and maybe you could use this to give them a good start in their new
at
life.
this point, Zulekia's eyes widen them, and she just goes, "No! That was made as an offer to the Night Mother. Do not take an offering like that."
Holy shit. Who's the Night Mother?
She goes, one of the deities who's been protecting Barovia for the longest time, along with the Morning Lord. She is as merciful. She is as merciful as she is vicious. Taking something that's been offered to her previously will earn her wrath.
I look at Maldrath. Does she like children?
Gonna be honest, I was concentrating on something else. Sorry.
No.
No, I was just wondering about my character. I was like, I may have been missing out on a lot of DPS.
I will, I'm not going to make any moves on it, but I would like to look over the treasure to just see what's there.
Okay.
What's been off.
Keldred was gonna look for diamonds, but now she's not gonna touch anything.
John, cursed treasure, just don't, okay?
I had no intention of doing so, but I am curious.
Yeah, that killed the
Okay.
cat.
It sucks to be a kid and poor. It really sucks.
Okay, so the official description is this is going to be a long list. 4,500 copper pieces,
Oh,
900
Jesus Christ.
silver pieces, and 250 gold pieces. 30 gemstone. 30 gemstones worth 50 gold and 7 gemstones worth 100 gold. 27 pieces of plain gold jewelry. 12 pieces of plain gold jewelry. An ivory drinking horn and an ornate censer, as in a pot that you can light incense in, with a platinum with platinum around the outside.
So basically what you're saying is the ornate censer is the platinum YouTube trophy?
Sure, why not?
Ha, censorship joke. I'll look over it, glance down at my holy symbol, and just sigh and say, after what I've seen, I don't believe I want to take the chance.
Can we just ask her, for a donation for the kids?
They're alive. That's something. We can help them out after.
The town of Valaki are good people. They'll be sure to look after the children.
I'll nod and say, I doubt Theo would just leave them to fend for themselves.
Lily speaks up as well and says, I'm sure all the woman who runs the Water Inn would also I would like to help them out as well.
I give a sigh of regret and eye the jewels. Okay. Dang it! We need revival diamonds!
And so, with that, as you begin to release the kids, is there anything else you'd like to do in this?
Oh, we need to recollect the silvered arrows.
Yeah, I need to pick them up.
Ah, yes. Yes. You recollect all except one because that was shot through. That was shot through Kirill's head, and he fell down.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. And with that, if that's all you guys want to do,
Yeah, I don't
Then-
think.
Can we
shall.
can we loot this place some more? Is there like a hidden loot? Is there just because I don't feel, like they're werewolves. They probably have more stuff than just what's on the altar.
give me an investigation check, anyone.
Someone who's not me.
Yeah, I'll get in on that.
I have a +1. I could help someone who has more.
Let's see. Anyone else going to make the roll?
I think that was the advantage was my help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I totes planned that.
Let's see. You look around the cave, but unfortunately, the only thing you find is an electrum flute. It's
But Electrum is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I thought you
find-
said electric flute then.
I was
No,
also thinking
it's
electric.
electro the material. I made the same mistake as well when I was looking through it. But yeah, you looked down at it, and Ellie sort of makes a grunt and goes, "That belonged to the old man. He used it to soothe the wolves when they were under his care."
Is there anything special about it, or is it literally just a flute?
Ellie shrugs. As far as I'm aware, it's just a fancy flute.
Keldrin will start rambling on the properties of Electrum.
I'll give a little blow on it.
I'm compelled to dance.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Can't remember what my bonus is, but that's just a 6 anyway.
You start doing this carry on, and Lily once again said, "Again, he used it to put people to sleep."
Oh, now I'm tired.
I would
seriously,
like to point out that
We don't
I'd
need
like
to
to point
rest.
out
Let's
that-
move on.
I would
Sorry,
like to point out
what was that,
that I would like to point out that after that while this is happening, John.
You just cut out the. Oh, okay. But yeah, unfortunately, that's all you find. This, out of counter for a second, this dungeon is really, really cruel in its design regarding treasure.
Well, at least it wasn't.
It wasn't trapped. Should have been trapped. They're all trapped.
If that's everything you want to do, we'll now head back to outside in Barovia.
Electrum flute.
Oh, good, because my roll 20 completely died.
Okay. Yeah, that map was a massive drain. I don't know why, but anyway.
I might be able to get webcams back now, because everyone froze for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so, as you step outside, hold on. Anyone who wants to can make me a perception check. Just...
Absolutely.
Yo.
As you all step outside, Jean, F, and Ward, as you're stepping out, you're being extra cautious. You look around and you see that the tree line has shifted a little bit. You, curious, you slowly but carefully go through the trees, so you try and have a look around here-ish, and you quickly find, you then find inside the dead body of Kirill. He's no longer, unlike the past two times, the body didn't disintegrate to ash. It seems that this just confirms definitely once and for all that he is well and truly dead now. His final life as a cloud giant, and the corpse he leaves behind is that one of a cloud giant.
Burn the corpse though.
Yeah, should we burn the bodies? We should have burned the bodies.
Seth, if you want to pin cushion the corpse or punch it a bit before we burn it, I won't look down on that.
I think I've gotten it out of my system for now.
You're a better man than me.
I can just imagine Ward saying that while he's just punching him in the face.
Kicking him in the crotch.
I will say, if this is our plan, I suggest we do it inside the cave. Nothing living remains in there, so we can light the fire and leave it to smoke out of sight.
Good plan, but let's not actually take the map inside the cave. Because it's so slow.
Yeah, I'll just do the pure fear of the mind. Like, it takes the combined effort of Ward, Jean, Seth, Lily, and Clankers to drag this huge cloud giant back inside, but you eventually manage to get it in there and just do a quick the funeral part. Just set it on fire and just get rid of it all. You're no longer worried about the. It's not like you're planning to pay many respects or honors or anything like that. Just get the body.
Yeah. For the werewolf bodies too, we're just throwing them on.
Did he have any valuables on him before we torched him?
Aside from that common spear, nothing of value, unfortunately.
Oh.
What a bitch!
All he had was the rulership of that. Actually, there is one on small detail. Though. When you do finally set him alight, and his body slowly burns away, a mysterious, it's like a sudden, and a flare of shadow flies out of his body and then out of the sky and just seems to pass through the cave wall and out of sight.
Well, shit.
Well, that can't be
Seems
good.
about right for this place. Well, I mean,
Gone. Stranger things, Dust.
depending on what our next plan is, I would not say no to a long rest because I have almost no spells left.
Nick or Jonan can tell me because because Nick wrote the to-do list and Jonan is the DM. But what are we planning on doing next? Was it just the Amber Temple?
Amber Temple, and apparently, if we do it right, Amber Temple's gonna open up a portal into basically Strahd's basement. And Casimir wants to pop in there and recover his sister.
Yeah.
And we want to pop in there and recover the skull of Argynvost. And then, just pop back out. Nothing less said than done. Just like
Simple
easy.
as that.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we had tactics.
So the question is, how far away is the Amber Temple? Because I think we're just going to get a long rest by default.
All right,
so.
from the dead, it's going to take you 40 minutes to get to the mountain, or at least the base of the mountain where the Amber Temple is on. After that, it's going to take a day to climb up it.
Well,
That's about what I thought.
Yeah, let's get to the base of the hills first, I think, and then rest and then have the whole day. Because I don't think we took a lot of time during this day so far. Speaking of just daylight.
Yeah, in terms of roughly days, it's about early afternoon. You managed to get a lot done. So I'll say it's about roughly 4 o'clock for the just for the basis of the game.
There's something to be said about the giant silver battering ram strategy we've been employing. It gets things done fast.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm all for pressing onwards.
Yeah, let's get to the base of the mountain, gather our wits, and start climbing.
Okay. And so, with that, the group starts to move. You decide to accompany. Sorry about that. You all decide to travel as a group for now, just until you guys need to split it on. Essentially escorting everyone and the children back down the road as you continue your way along until you finally get to this fork where Casimir motions and says, "That's the way to the mountains. From there, we'll have to cross the ravine at Tolkesia Pass, and then it'll be a long climb to the Amber Temple. This is where we may have to say goodbye." Elise eyes and then go, "I suppose it is for now." She looks at set effort and goes, "I'll take care of the children. Just promise me you'll come back alive. Promise me."
You know, that's a promise I can't break. You'll find us. It won't be long.
Yeah. Though if it does happen, she says, pointing a glance at Casimir, "I'm holding you responsible. Come along." And with that, and she starts to guide the children away further into the town.
I'm gonna scamper after her, and really quickly, out of earshot of the others, I'm gonna give her the 6 pieces of jewelry that we found way early on. And I'm gonna say they're worth about 25 gold each, I think, and I'm pretty good at appraising. So just take care of them, okay?
Of course I will. And you take care of yourself, alright?
I've got Seth.
I don't know.
Fine.
Yeah.
We all got Seth. We'll be all right.
She also nods and says, "I don't let Ward push you around either."
Actually, he leaves me alone a lot of the time. Anyway,
Lucky you. All right. And with that, Lily guides the rest of the children, and they start the long walk back to Vallaki. At which point, Casimir begins to lead you down the long winding path, and it's here that you begin to see the tall old visage of the mountains. You've seen it in the distance enough times, but you can start to see the peaks of snow. But you can start to see the tall peaks descend into the sky with snow gathering all over its surface. And just from looking at it, you can tell that this is going to be a long, long climb. But for now, that's where we're going to take a quick break as you begin to set up camp. And also, just to get this done in between the breaks, you guys have now leveled up after defeating that massive cloud giant. So,
Sweet.
Level 8. Nice. Okay, guys, if you're watching this on a YouTube premiere or afterwards on YouTube, there will be no break. Don't go anywhere. It's going to go straight into the next part with the magic of editing. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Curse of Strahd after no doubt a thrilling transition from one part to the other. During the break, people's dice change color. It's amazing what you can do during that time. But also, we leveled up. That's the important thing. Does anyone want to say what they did during the level up? That might be of importance. For myself, it's just better criticals and more hit points.
I got spell casting, the ability to impose disadvantage on an attack on an ally within 5 feet of me, and Divine Smite, the deadliest thing you could have possibly ever given me.
Yeah, so I took champion, so did Seth. I imagine everyone else just moved up on their own classes.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, I got Divine Strike and I picked the Lucky Feat because my rolls are just terror bad.
Fair enough.
My main change is that my beast shapes are now allowed to be flying creatures, which is pretty dope.
That's really good. Alright, Jonan. We are at the bottom of a hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a metaphor.
More specifically, as you start to approach this mountain, Casimir looks up at a grim face and goes, "There it is. Mount Garkis. It's going to be a long climb up that before we get to Solkitia Pass. I know it's early, but we might as well rest. I can tell you've been through a lot these past 2 days."
I'll say, if nothing else, it'll be worth allowing our spellcasters time to recharge.
And on that note, as you guys begin to pack down the camp and start moving things about, is there anything you guys would like to do before settling in for the long rest?
Yes.
I
Scout the area.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
with Ward on that.
Okay. Make me either a perception check or a survival check. It's up to you.
Ward could probably do the survival check.
Perception for myself is better than my survival.
Okay, I'll also do
Okay.
perception.
Yeah, I'll go with the survivor aspect then.
Okay.
God.
Nice. Okay, so Ward and John scout the immediate area, and between you two, you can figure out that doesn't appear to be that much here. It seems that the mountain stuff seems to scare off most creatures. You can only hear the occasional chirp of birds, but not the sight of anything too threatening. So you, with your survival skills, you decide to have a look at the larger picture. You see that some footprints are pretty rare. Like, there have been some movement around here recently, but not a lot. So it's just an occasional traveler here and there. Also, you have a look further up. You can see, from what little you can gather, you can see that you don't think the mountains. There are large gaps of snow, but yet you can also see certain things here and there, like the way certain trees are disturbed, some footprints in the ground and some dead. So you get the sense that the mountains aren't completely uninhabited. You get the suspicion that there might be some kind of, I will say, for that higher survival check, that you determine that there are some large creatures and some groups of people that seem to make these mountains their home. So you get the feeling that there's going to be a lot of potential attackers on the way up, so you may have to keep your guard up.
I'll definitely relay that to everybody else. Keep them peeled.
I like to imagine that Jean and Ward, convey their half-assed, scouting, and then Seth just gives a load of good details.
Basically the preliminary and then the Seth.
So is it safe to camp here?
With your high survival check, I will say yes. They don't seem to come that far down the base of the mountain.
But if they saw a fire, they would. Potentially.
I'll speak up and say, I think we could perhaps get away with single person watches through the duration of it.
Should we move a bit further back, perhaps into the woods a little bit?
Is there like a protected area that we can find that would reasonably screen off any fires that we make?
Unfortunately, there's only two options: the mountain path and the woods beside you. Neither of which is that great. I mean, the trees might stop some of the smoke, but not a lot.
I mean, it's possible to make smokeless fires. We just need to be good enough. I vote for woods, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little more cover there. And it's also Seth's wheelhouse.
Okay, so you all move into the woods for the night, giving yourself a bit more cover, and at the very least, being able to see any potential threats coming and giving yourselves the ability to hide. And,
there is a thing I would like to do during the long rest, but we can get to that.
Yeah, sure. Oh, go ahead.
I would like to, if we're doing watches, I'd like to take first and just quietly repeat the Silver Dragon prayer, knowing out of character that I'm going to level up, and I know this is about the time that Fantasy Jesus is going to give me powers.
Okay. As you do so, as everyone begins to settle in for the night, make me a perception check.
Ooh, okay. $16.
Okay. You you sit into the night, keeping the vigilant watch, but still holding your sword and saying that solemn prayer to yourself. Now that you've had the inkling of what Pelor's fate lever can gain you, you made it, and the also knowing what may come ahead to you, you stick with the head of that solemn owl, just declaring your faith. And as you finish the words of that speech, you hear some rustle in the nearby trees. You look up, and you think you see a shadow from the path looking directly at you. And as you slowly place a hand on your blade, you notice the shadow starts to run away.
All right. Do I wake everyone? No, probably reflexively. I'll follow it a few feet into the trees, trying to keep a watch on it.
Okay, make me one more perception check, then.
Nope.
Unfortunately, as you try to quickly follow after it, you notice that the shadow is surprisingly quick in itself, and it darts. Having a similar idea to you, it darts into the tree line, and you eventually lose it in the darkness. Just the only trace being a couple of footprints on the mountain path that eventually disappear.
Right. I'll return to the others. Is this around the time anyone would be waking up? Because
your first watch, so
I'll take second.
yeah, I'll rouse Ward and inform him of what I saw.
Oh. So we're being watched?
By something, it seems.
Oh, that's fantastic. Saw you when it ran away?
For quite some distance, yes. I lost track of it. I lost track of it deeper in the trees.
So it probably went and told the rest of whatever it is to come here and get us?
Possibly. I didn't get a clear enough sight on it to tell you exactly what it was.
How far are we into the night? Not very?
again, this is the second watch, so not that much.
Yeah, so no one's had their rest. We're in a bad situation here. Well, our spellcasters need the spells, and they need a nap for the spells. So, it's really bad if we get attacked, but at least we know we might be.
If nothing else, at least I saw it at all. Better to have some idea than none.
Alright. Well, I hate to put this to you, Jean, but do you need a rest yourself?
I'll incline my head and say, I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling reasonably rested for the moment. If you'd like me to stay on watch with you for a while, I can.
Think perhaps until the next watch comes, and I'll stay awake the rest of the night myself.
Fair enough. That seems reasonable.
Alright, I imagine we'll take opposite ends and keep a bit more of a lookout.
Okay, in that case, Ward, make me a perception check with advantage, because Jean will be assisting.
That sucks. 14.
You look, you don't see any further signs. You look, you see that the one thing that catches your eye is that further up the mountain, you see for a moment what looks like a large shadow fly across near its peak. But apart from that, you haven't, nothing related to the human-sized shadow Jean was talking about earlier.
Was either drinking too much or not enough. Not sure.
Keldrin would have volunteered for the third watch, depending on if you guys want to wake her or not.
Yeah, we'll just cycle through. And Ward will be awake the rest of the night, so I'll swap my watch over to you.
And we will notify everyone when they wake up about the situation.
Yeah, for sure. I have full faith that when it comes to Seth's watch, he'll get a natural 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
Curse me now.
Okay, so would Nico, Seth, and Maldrath make perception checks for your own watches?
I would also have liked to ask Jean where he saw it and go look for tracks.
Okay, Jonan, point me in the direction.
Okay, it went to about here-ish.
Okay, so I'll tell her southwest.
Okay, in that case,
John,
Keldrin, instead of a perception check, make me a survival check.
John, before you go to sleep, could you go with Keldrin? Let's sort of have one person walk off in the night by themselves. And I'll stay by the camp in case we get ambushed.
Yeah, and if at all possible, I would like to assist Keldrin.
Okay, so
I'll just
survival check
roll again, just in case.
Okay.
Ah, same thing twice, so.
Nice. Okay. You have a look. Even take it on a die roll for briefly, just to sort of sniff out, search for the tracks, and yeah, you notice there are human tracks that dip round from on the mountain, and you notice that they go further. They seem to go further up the mountain path, and then you find that they seem to lead to a very small, what appears to be like a small reservoir type area before disappearing next to what appears to be a river. So, and then shortly after that, you don't. From there, the trail seems to go cold, which leads you to wonder either they used the river to break off their cover, or they seem to be hiding somewhere around there. Either way, it appears that they don't seem to have moved further up the mountain. They just seem to have moved to what appears to be a safe spot.
Okay. Can I tell from the tracks what they are?
They appear to be human.
Human, not humanoid, human.
No, not humanoid,
boots.
human. Yeah, with
Boots.
the high survival check, I will say, yeah, they are very much boots. This appears to be some kind of humanoid. Very, you want to guess an adult human just from the general weight of the tracks. They've been pretty well built.
Okay, so someone was definitely watching us. Okay, that's good to know. Sleep.
Can I, before I go, can I perceive the area for the hiding place they may have used?
Go ahead.
And would that be with advantage because Keldrin's here, or no?
I'll say yes because she would probably assist. So
Wait, disappeared around there-ish, but that could be a distraction.
17.
You reckon? You're thinking they would either have to be they would have to be either they would have to the area to give a description. It's like a small cliff-top area that there's like you're thinking of all the places they could hide. They probably would have had to climb up what appears to be the side of the ridge, maybe and hid there, or it's kind of hard to tell, but especially given the darkness. But you're thinking they probably hid somewhere over the other side of the ridge, if anywhere.
Well, John, at least it's just one. They were probably just curious about our campfire.
I'll incline my head in it and say, we might as well not assume they're hostile for the time being. Still,
Oh, no, I'm assuming they're hostile.
Which is safe. But they might not be. Either way, use all the caution you can tonight, Keldrin.
Okay.
So shall I do my perception now? I'm assuming that
yes, you do that, and you go back and report all this to Seth. Seth, you keep watch, and you don't see any sign of the figure coming back. It appears to be fairly quiet. You just hear the normal reactions of the wildlife. And Maldrath, you take the final watch, and you don't see anything. Nothing appears to be out of the ordinary for you.
Is it dawn yet?
As we get to the end of Maldrath's watch, as it turns out.
Okay,
Yep.
Before that, I'm going to use
Yes.
something that I've forgotten about entirely. Okay.
Dawn of the 8th day.
No, before dawn, I'm using my luck blade.
Yeah, before dawn, retroactively rewind, but yeah, before dawn.
Before that, yeah. Pretty sure I can do that. Oh no, come back. Sorry, Adobe was being a bit funny.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going to use the luck blade to change that roll.
Okay, fair enough.
And I have to use the second one, so please don't be a 1. Okay.
Okay. You do hear, just having a look around, I get like, you see the glimpse of a shadow towards the top of the peak. So something, again, you see something very large, but also you can hear, you think you hear what sounds like the sound of chanting, very, coming down out of the wind. It's very faint, very, very muffled, and it seems to be coming from the same direction Keldrin and John pointed out earlier.
Does the fact I have dark vision make any difference to the shadow?
No, the chanting and the shadow are two separate things. The shadow, it's very far away. It's like towards the peak of the mountains, so it would be a bit difficult to see even with dark vision.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be an easy mission, you guys. Just in the temple, out the temple. Bam, bam, bada bing, bada boom.
Level
Sorry.
9.
Yeah.
And
So when everyone wakes up, I'll relay the whole chanting and shadow on the hill and stuff.
That all sounds fantastic. Ward moves over to a tree and bashes his head against it.
I'll slowly rousing. I'll I'll just say, par for the course, I suppose. We can keep our eyes open on the way up.
Casimir, do you know what that could have been?
Casimir says, I've known that this mountain is filled with many treacherous things. Mainly, there's what many people refer to as the mountain people. Savages who moved up to the mountains, nomads mostly, basically to make their life there. And well, I haven't exactly talked to them, so maybe they've developed a sophisticated cultural civilization in the 1,000 years, but most likely probably a feral one.
Well, at least we probably know what the thing was that saw us yesterday.
As I said, well, this is the reason why I asked for an escort. I prefer not to be taking them on myself. There is enough I would have liked to have joined us, but who knows where he is right now.
That's
Alright.
curious.
Oh no,
I guess we go.
that was the bodyguard that he wanted to take along.
Oh yeah.
And he vamooshed.
Would it be worth? We've still got the sending stones, haven't we? Should we check in to see how old Vorkainen's doing? If anything's happened about that?
Yeah, perfect idea.
And possibly to check that the werewolf have made it over there.
Okay, so you end the message back up asking for clarification. Through voice, you hear speaking up, going, yes, your lady arrives with the group of children in tow. We're desperately trying to find homes for them. Some of them belong for Vallaki, but most of them appear to have lived outside of the Barovia all their lives, and I wish I could help them get back home, but, well, aside from this problem, a lot of the names I don't recognize. They appear to be in... I guess they appear to be in foreign lands. At which point, there is, like, a sudden silence, like he's been cut off. And then you hear Liddy's the voice. Listen, she goes, I keep telling him it's literally over the border. He just refuses to accept it's not there. But yeah, I'm fine as the children. As for your mage, he's still mad as ever. He just sounds posher and angrier whilst he does it.
Well, that's some progress.
I'll nod at that, and I imagine we're having sort of a conference call right now, so I'll just say, I suppose on that front, no news is good news. Stay safe, everyone.
He said, we will. Oh, and one more thing. Irina turned last night.
What?
It was the night of the full moon. He says, we tried to keep at the moment, we're keeping her contained in a back room of the church, but she's not calming down.
I mean, there is the option to remove the curse, but then that is dangerous if Strahd finds out. I guess either way it's dangerous.
We'll just have to kill him before we remove the curse. Oh, wow.
We're currently in a massive debate about that. That bloody monster hunter is continuously recommending that every 5 minutes, but it's a lot on arguments. You've got enough to worry about for now. Just take care, everyone, all right?
As best we can.
Yeah, sending stones don't work that way, but yeah, this one does. This one's special.
And there's a further silence. Okay. And so, with that, Cass picks up and does, okay, if you're done checking in on your loved ones, there's a crazy person probably waiting for us.
I imagine there's several. I mean, we've made a lot of friends.
Again, par for the course.
Okay. And so with that, you gather your things and begin to march your way up the short distance of the mountain, back to the same ravine areas on pointed out earlier. Although, curiously, when you arrive, what appears before you is not... it doesn't match the description Casimir gave you of a wild person. You see, in the middle of this ravine, standing boldly in front of you, of all things, it's it appears to be Bluto, the fisherman you snapped the neck off and drowned, just standing there, staring at you, apparently wielding a sword.
Ah.
What a
just,
twist.
Just to be sure, I imagine I get a level of exhaustion and don't regain HP.
It depends when you rested, because I was about to say, if you were going to continue watching...
Yeah, I only took one watch worth of rest, so I imagine I stayed up 3/4 of the night.
It depends if you had stayed up through both... Okay. I was going to say if you'd stayed up during watch, it would have been a point of exhaustion, but okay, if you're willing to take it, then yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, with that, you have a point of exhaustion for the night, and you're wondering... you're wondering, actually, if it's timeless that's led you to now see the form of Bluto the fisherman in front of you again. But then, as he steps down, a different voice comes out of his... So, we meet again, blasphemers. He steps forward. What's the matter? Do you not recognize me? Huh. Of course you don't. After all...
Do we recognize the voice?
It's a deep, commanding one, and it's actually something that I'll say Jean... you all have an inkling who it is, but John sort of recognizes it a bit more. It's the voice of Vladimir, the knight captain of the Order of the Silver Dragon. He places this thought and goes, "You must have known this was coming. I wouldn't give up my cause for vengeance so easily. Especially not after what you did." He raises his blade directly towards you. "The Sun Blade. You took it from my corpse, correct?"
I look him square in the eye and say, "I took it from the hands of a man who would not use it for its proper purpose."
He eyes and says, "You fools do not get it. This is the... I will not allow you to set Strahd free from the hell he's created. I will not give him the release of death. Sorry, go ahead."
I am going to, if possible, move in, cross the river, and stand across from him. May I do so?
Yes. It counts as difficult terrain, but you managed to get over there pretty... Actually, no, it's a small gap you can pretty much leap over.
Yeah, and as soon as I do that, I would like to say, "What happened to you? Vladimir Horn God, I saw the vows you took. I have them on me just now, in fact. I know what you stood for, and I am attempting to stand for it now. So why have you allowed yourself to become a shell? A disgrace to the oath you took to defend the light.
He stares at you, and then suddenly around great. I saw you chanting those same words in the dark. You don't know what it's like to lose everything. I lost the man I respected. I lost the one that I loved. I lost my order, my beacon. The only way I can maintain my order is to punish the wicked. I will not give Strahd mercy. I will ensure that he will suffer for eternity for what he has done. And on with all of those weak, cowardly people who allow him to rule, even after everything.
See, the thing about him being super powerful is that they, I'm not very, if somebody, just, they can't leave.
Enough!
Right?
Issa, you must have known the first time we met. Words will not suffice. Men to me! And it's at this point the spectral apparitions of the knights slowly appear into view, on high, with longbows all aimed at.
Can I just ask? Clankers came with us, right?
Oh yeah, he did. I forgot to. I'll add that token.
Thank you.
We can't keep going without clankers.
He's the heart and soul of this group.
He's definitely the heart and soul of this group.
Oh god. An invisible hand smacks you. Right, okay. With that, roll initiative. Let's see, where is it? Here we are. Alrighty, this is. Okay, so. Okay, so we have Kildren.
Natural 20.
Okay, Jean, followed by Kildren. John, followed by Kildren, followed by Seth, followed by... Oh, and actually, Seth and Ward are going to have to roll off. But it's them, followed by Maldraff.
Bringing up the rear.
Okay, so... It's Jean, Kildren, Seth, Ward, them, and finally Maldraff. So, Jean, you're up. Jean?
Okay, I was just checking the text of something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Vladimir at the moment who's within striking distance of me, so...
Yes.
I would like to look across the field at him. I know where this is going, so I'm going to take 2 steps forward, look across at him and say, "Strike me down if you wish, Commander Horngard. But know this before we fight. Whether you attempt to stop me or not, I intend to do what you could not. I will bring Argenvost's light back to this place. I will undo the wrong that was inflicted upon you."
He looks at you and says, "Brave words for a boy."
And if that's basically just a talk action. So I'm going to hold I'm going to use No, if I do a bonus action. Question, if I do a bonus action now, can I still hold my attack action, my full action, until he gets within striking distance?
You would only be able to hold. You would only be able to attack once by holding an action anyway. But either way, yes, you can still do a bonus action.
Okay, I would like to cast upon him. Let me just check the wording. Actually, it's on me. I would like to cast upon myself, since I assume the Sun Sword is not willing to help me with this. Yeah, I would like to cast upon my mundane blade, Searing Smite.
Okay. Okay. So you take out your silver long sword and you stand there pretty much you're fighting blows, and the energy flows into it, pretty much acting as like a taunt for Vladimir to come and attack you.
Yeah, basically, I like to imagine that it's almost accidental because Jean is still figuring out this religious stuff, and I have my blade out like that, and then all at once, flames erupt across it.
In fact, I'll go better and say, as you sort of take your pose, you're so focused on Vladimir, you don't even notice it happening. To everyone else, you just see Jean's blade erupt into flames.
That's new.
That's exactly what John thinks. Also, I would like to point out that I'm basically Beric Dondarrion from Game of Thrones now.
Is that a good thing?
Okay.
He was a holy warrior with a blade made of fire. Anyway, that's me.
Okay. With that, Keldrin, you're up.
I'm gonna go for an oldie but goodie, and I'm gonna cast Moonbeam. I'm doing it 3rd level, so that would be a 3d10 damage. And I will put it right here. So this guy makes a Constitution saving throw, please. DC of 15.
Okay, sorry, just bringing the circle out. Where did you put it again?
The toppest, the most top archer.
Top right.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Con save, please.
Yep.
Oh, you actually made a pretty circle. I was just gonna go for that one.
Don't know why it gives advantage. It looks like it fails either way. 12.
Yep, it takes 3d10 radiant damage.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
And for my move action, I would like to crouch down behind this stone and make myself as small a target as possible.
Okay. So, you channel the energy, and then far in the distance on the other side of the valley, the circle appears, and a column of radiant energy just slams down upon this spectral archer. It buckles, goes, ugh, but still seems to be standing. At which point, you just hide behind the stone.
That's my turn.
Okay, Seth, you're up.
Cast Hunter's Mark on the one at the top left.
Gotcha.
And then I'll, do the usual. I'll send an arrow downwind. Advantage this turn, so I'll sharpshooter.
Okay.
Oh, that was so nearly a nat 20.
It hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. That is a hit. You fire straight at its neck area, and you sort of watch as the spectral energy buckles and creates a hole before singling itself up again. And it is definitely effective.
And I'll attempt to finish it off.
That is just a hit. Roll your damage. And yeah, that kills it. It's the first shot causes the area around it to evaporate. You fire again, and it just goes, and it just causes it to disperse and fade away with the. That's one archer down. Okay, and with that, Ward, you're up.
Hey, how accessible is that archer to the right of myself?
It would be difficult terrain, so about half movement from here.
Alright, I can make it and I've still got 10 foot to come back. If I can do that, so I will get up there with 30 foot of movement. Then I will attack him. I'm going to -5 and I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay. Keep in mind that you have a point of exhaustion.
That doesn't
that's
do
for
anything
ability
to
rolls.
attacks.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's just ability rolls. You're right. Sorry.
Which doesn't make any sense, 5th edition.
Okay. Yeah, that
19.
is it. 11. That unfortunately is a miss. You come up with the you come up and try to attack, but he's just able to deflect the blow.
19.
19?
Oh, 19. Sorry, I thought you said 11. Okay, the 19 hits.
Oof.
And that is a firm hit. You slice through it, and the
+2, because taking that instead of the 2.
yeah, you've managed to slice straight through it, and it's for a moment it's like two separate bits, but then the spectral mist back up again. You still have a second attack,
Regular attack.
and that is a hit. Okay, wait, no, it's not. This time it's waiting for you as you come in, and it dodges out the way.
Alright. That ends my turn. I'll move myself up to it.
Right up. And it'll come round to them. I just need to do someone on roll.
No rage, because no sleep.
Okay, there we go. It's their turn. First off, Vladimir is going to answer your call and charge straight towards you. So, as he rolls an attack,
He launches mine.
yeah, so go ahead and make your attack at the same time.
14.
That is a hit. If you had a chance to observe closely, he's not wearing his fancy armor from last time. In fact, he appears to just be wearing what looks to be some chainmail he's managed to get from somewhere. But yeah, that is a definite hit. Roll your damage as you slam your blade in as he comes in.
10 slashing, 4 fire, and he is now on fire.
Okay. There we go. You dig your sword straight into him, the flame slowly licking him. You smile as you remember that cuts off his regeneration ability, but he still manages to follow through to.
I'll take him. At least he doesn't have that brutal greatsword anymore. Both under.
So the 9 is a definite miss. The 17.
Yep, 1 point under.
Yeah. He manages to 1 point under your AC.
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes in with the 2 attacks, but you manage to deflect them both. No longer having his greatsword, just appears to be a rusted blade. He appears to be, he appears to be leading the advantage. Meanwhile, the guy in front of you, Boyd, is going to make 2 longsword attacks against.
And they have advantage.
Okay.
Oof.
The first one hits. The first one misses. The second one hits. As he comes in with a special longsword, you manage to dodge the first one, but you stumble a little bit on the uneven ground, and he comes in and slashes, and you take 5 points of force damage. And then from a distance, one arrow flies over you. The second one hits you, doing 2 points of force damage. What's your AC again? Remind me.
Myself is 16.
Okay, so these 2, you're then hit by a further 2 ghostly arrows as they slam into you, and you take 11 points of force damage from those 2 attacks overall. And this guy, who was moved a little bit further up the mountain to try and get out of the circle he was in before. And then these 2 are gonna fire at. Let's see what try to. Yeah, these 2 are gonna fire at you, Seth. This is without advantage. They go nowhere near you. They launch 2 attacks, but you're easily able to duck out of the way of both of them. And finally, Casimir is going to. Oh wait, hang on.
They make 2 attacks each, right?
Yeah, good point. All right, that's the first round. So.
Oh, Jonah, those attacks on me should have had advantage.
They did technically.
Okay,
they just rolled shit.
Yeah, they did. They just rolled shit. Only 3 of them hit you. Okay, these 2. The second round of attacks on Seth. It rolls with advantage automatically. The second one. What's your AC?
17.
Okay, so the first one misses. The second one hits, and you take 5 points of force damage as one of the arrows slams into your shoulder. And Clank can't do anything. He's just protecting Maldrath as per command. But if I could just find Casimir's sheet, he's gonna attempt to take down one of the specters himself. We have a fireball attack that actually does manage to strike one of them, and they take 12 points of fire damage as they as he manages to hit them dead center in the chest. Okay, and with that, Maldrath, you're up.
Am I able to reach Duty in the...
Yes, you can. You have to hop over the river around this point, but yeah, you can make it there.
I'll say if you do that, I'll call back. Focus on taking out his men. I have this one.
Maldrath hears him, but being as he is the most visible undead filth, Maldrath's got a thing against him and really wants to fuck that guy's shit up.
Okay.
So sorry, Sven.
It just seemed out of character. Seemed tactical to take these archers because they're gonna try and ruin your day for the next few turns.
Will I have enough movement to get to the flanking? I reckon.
Okay, sorry, I was just making a roll for something else. Yeah, I will say, hang on. You might just get to about here, I should say, right next to him rather than flanking.
Yeah, I mean, close enough, I suppose.
Okay. Also, unfortunately, Kykes has tried to follow you, but whilst you were able to hop over the river, he does not, and he's now just standing up to his waist in the water now.
Well, as long as he doesn't wash away, we'll have to towel him down so he doesn't rust.
It's fine because he's now like a stepping stone.
Yeah. He's clankers. The gift that keeps on giving.
Okay, so are you going to attack from here? Or?
I am.
That's a hit. You cut with the spit air and roll your damage as you step from the side, ignoring Orange on's plea and just continue attacking the undead monstrosity. So,
Right, basically, we're going to do this. So I'll roll the old damage there a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
Then, is he still alive?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, then with my new ability. Oh, it doesn't link, son of a gun. There we go.
Okay.
So I'll add a d8 to that one. I believe that's how it
Okay. Yeah, let's see. So, yeah, once.
works. Ugh. And I'm going to use my luck point to
Okay.
reroll that because fuck that noise.
Fair enough.
Can't you only do that for d20s? I'm not sure with the luck feat.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, yeah, I
it-
think
it's
luck,
like
unfortunately, it's
attack.
details like ability checks and attacks rather than damage, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
Ignore
You
that
come
one
in.
then.
Okay. So, you come up, the energy crackles round, and I will say that he manages to get the blade up just in time, so it skirts across his arm, but the energy doesn't do that much to him, and he takes 70 points of 70 points of slashing plus the additional
And then just because I particularly dislike this person, I will use my touch of death as well. So that's man, reading really is difficult today.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. So yeah, go ahead to the damaging ability is 5 plus twice these are like higher level, so that would be the 21. Okay.
Oh damn.
I'm just picturing like Maldra seeing Sven with his flaming sword and just being like, and just getting like black fire on his spear and just being like, "Fuck you, guy!"
This is pretty cool, actually.
You he manages to deflect the spear away, and as you like channel your righteous indignation at this, the energy bursts out of the spear, and he's just he's pretty much like and he's hit with the full force of the energy and takes a you can still see it smoldering off his arm. He's still looking pretty healthy, but you can clearly see that I did a number on him.
This is how we do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And with that,
then
sorry,
I really hate this guy.
go for it.
Spiritual weapon.
Okay, so I'm pretty spiritual weapon at the moment, but unfortunately, as he recovers, you try to follow it up with the spectral cipher appearing out of nowhere, but he's able to just
Now,
carry
can
on
I
with
reroll
the
that
blade,
one?
and it's
That one you should be able to reroll, yes.
Then I shall reroll that one. Don't let me down, weapon. Hey.
okay. Yeah, that one hits. Roll your damage.
It's better than nothing.
Okay, I also it's like he manages to parry it away, and it kind of just sort of spins around and manages to catch him on the side of the chin. It's a small nick, but like you say, it's... and with that,
Right. Does that sorry, I'm not sure if that's taken in the whole, because I know there's a problem with it before.
Yeah, it should have your
Yeah,
stat to it, right?
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that would be 7 points. Or are you at 20 wisdom?
Not 20 wisdom. I'm at 18, so it'd be
Okay,
Plus
so that's
4.
7 in total.
So there we go.
Cool. Okay.
Remind me to make sure that is fixed later.
Mhm. With that, we come back to the top of the round. So, Jean.
Okay, just sending a message. I pity this guy, but not enough to not give myself advantage. I'm gonna do a quick, like a quick parry step to the left, and just say, you and I could have made worthy comrades, Vladimir. But you're just as corrupt as the rest of this land, aren't you? And I would like to do my full 1-2.
Go for it.
$21 and a 17.
Go for yeah, both of those hits. Go ahead and roll your damage for both.
Okay. $20 points.
Okay, you just keep you with all your resolve, you slam into him one side of the chest to the other, and he's really being rocked. He's still looking as imposing as he is, but the size of the damage are slowly stacking up on him.
All right, I'm gonna put this guy out of his misery. How's he looking?
Still fairly strong. Like, the damage is visible, but he's still standing full upright, pretty much glaring at you as if daring you to keep going.
Okay, it's time. Action surge.
Go for it.
Longsword 1, that's a 20.
That hits.
And longsword 2, divine smite.
Okay, both of those hit. Roll your damage.
35 points of damage.
Hang on, is Divine Smite a bonus action or? No, wait, hang on. Action Search isn't part of that. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of something
Yeah,
else.
you can
Okay,
just apply it to one attack that you want.
Okay. You slam it into. You can see him standing there. You let out a roar and slam something with everything you got. One slash across the chest, and then as you pull back, your blade glows with yet more holy energy as you slam it directly into his shoulder, and you see it digs in. You think for a moment maybe that done it, and then he looks up at you with a glare and he goes, "Is that all you've got, boy?"
Actually, he's undead, isn't he?
Yes.
$14 more points of radiant damage.
What from? Is that
It's
the
double
divine
damage
smite?
on undead.
Dope.
Okay, there we go. So, you again, and you like put open into him. He just sort of glares at you and just says, "Is that all you've got?" And with that, Seth, you're up.
Isn't it me next? I'm not sure.
Keldrin, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at the roll.
Oh.
Sorry, Keldrin, you're up.
Thank you. For my action, it's gonna be very simple. You'll be up soon, Seth. I'm just gonna move the moonbeam one square down.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And fuck that guy. Constitution saving throw, please. DC 15.
Fails either way.
Nope. Takes total of 18 radiant damage.
Okay, the seeing that this guy attacked board, you direct the for the highest spot. You direct the beam closer. The radiant energy slams down into him again as the circle envelops him. It's still standing at the moment, but you can clearly see the spectral fire is slowly starting to fade. He's taken a lot of punishment so far.
Okay, cool. Because I can move it 60 feet in total, I would like to keep it moving so it hits this guy as well, and then stop on him.
So another con save.
Yes, please.
Same damage.
I just rolled a new one, but you can take the old one if you want.
I was just double checking the one in that spell, but yeah,
he takes half anyway. He takes half anyway, so he takes 13.
Ah, yes, he made it. Okay, yeah. So as the beam of light will strike later, the circle comes down, and there's one column slams him. Second, and the circle keeps moving, and another column slams down on top of the other one. This time, the guy saw it coming and just managed to brace himself, and it's not quite as much damage to your foot, but still pretty significant.
And I'll duck down behind my stone again.
Okay. With that, we come to...
I'll move my hunter's mark onto the highest one up on the left there.
Okay.
And go for just a long bow on him.
Righto. That unfortunately misses. He just manages to duck out of the way. He feels the air rushing.
I'll try to adjust that.
That hits. As he ducks, you follow his movement and fire another arrow straight at him. And he takes 9 points of piercing damage. He's still up, but definitely weakening. Any other actions, or is that his turn?
It was those two that fired at me last turn, wasn't it?
Yes.
I might. Is this rock behind or next to me big enough to use as cover, or?
Yes, it will give you partial cover.
Then yeah, I'll duck behind that then.
Okay. And with that, Wards, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna attack this guy recklessly, just regular.
That definitely
That's
hits.
a great point to come back.
Sadly, it's a regular roll, but still. And that does it. You, after taking all the punishment, you stumble back from all the force arrows, and you slam the blade straight into the guy in front of you, and he slowly dissipates and disappears.
Alright, is this all slow movement?
This is going to be difficult terrain. From down onwards, I would actually say it's regular movement because you're going downhill, and thus it's slightly easier to move.
Okay, 10 foot on there, and then I've got 30 foot. Alright, I'm just moving, and that's me. Ward's pretty tired.
Okay. And with that, it comes right down to them. As he stands there, as he stands there, he looks at the two of you separate. Actually, I'd like to imagine that after these turns, John, you pull your blade out of him and go back into a combat stance. He looks at you, and then, strangely enough, throws aside his rusted weapon, and he just looks at you and goes, "It becomes clear to me now. If I'm going to succeed, I have to take you out with everything I've got. What is your name, boy?
I look him dead in the eye and say, Jean-Gaspard Duvalier, former knight of the Council of Knights of Arcadia, and bearer of the Silver Dragon.
Okay. He looks directly at you and said, Jean-Gaspard Duvalier, for interfering in my work, you are now my new target of vengeance, and charges straight at you. And comes swinging at you. The first attack misses. The second one, you also managed to duck out of the way, but he manages to come and slam you and just smack you straight in the face. You take, you take 12 plus 2 bludgeoning damage as he manages to just smack you really hard across the face that sends you reeling. And
I don't think that counts the 46 of the vengeance. I don't think it rolled that with it.
Huh, okay. Yes, you're right. Okay.
It only rolled 2d6.
Okay, thank you for pointing that out. So,
Sorry, John.
I am at full HP. Okay, I'll take that.
So, that is 14 plus the 19 bludgeoning damage. You are reeling as he just slams that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna John Cena this, and I have the post Seth Rollins broken nose. But Jean is so locked in this duel at this point, he just gathers himself, glares back, and says, "There truly is no hope for you, is there?"
And meanwhile, whilst all this is going,
and someone just tried calling me on my phone, so I'm gonna attend to that.
Okay, fair enough. These two, one of them's gonna make 2 bow attacks on you, Mal. So that's a 14 and a 15.
Nope, miss.
Okay, so they try to fire on you, and you just manage to very chill, just casually dodge out the way. And these two, and one of them's going to follow up with 2 strikes on you, Ward.
They still have advantage.
The first one misses, the second one hits as he takes the arrow and manages to slam it straight into the back of your neck on the spine. And just, thankfully, it's not doing major damage, only 7 points overall with force damage, but you're still it's a really painful blow to the back of the neck.
Was that on me again, was it?
No, that's a ward.
Okay.
Meanwhile, one of the spectral phantoms is gonna fire on you. So that's 20 and a 13.
Okay, so
when you said who it was going to, was it Kel?
Yeah, Keldred.
Real quick, I'm going to be away a little while longer because I totally just had a job interview set up for me on a weekend, which astonishes me.
Huh.
All right. Good luck.
It is tomorrow though, so it's not going to kill the session or anything.
Okay,
Good
fair
luck.
enough. Okay, so with that, I presume the 20 hits Keldrin?
Yeah, I took the damage already.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so the arrows come in and slam with you, and you're still wincing a bit. Remind me, is Moonbeam concentration?
It is concentration. I'm doing the thing
Okay.
now, and I'm doing it with advantage because Warcaster.
Nice.
Wait, that's just a Constitution check, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
Nice. Okay, so with that, you manage. The blows hit you, but you managed to. After all the experiences you've had, you've managed to endure and keep the beam up and not lose your concentration. And finally, let's see. Yeah, this guy is gonna. The last one is gonna make an attempt to fire at you, Ward.
Still has advantage.
And still misses.
That they are not.
And finally, Asamir tries to fire another fireball, but completely misses his target. And so, with that, Maldraff, you're up.
Just gonna carry on wailing on this guy.
Okay. That is a hit as you come in with the unspear. I'm going to take
I was just
advantage.
seeing if I was gonna get a crit or anything.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll be adding an extra D8 to that one as well.
Okay.
Oh my Christ! What is with this? Holy shit! And then I'll use
Okay.
that again, just to try and murder him.
Yeah. Oh, the spiritual. Oh, yes. So, you continue to channel everything as he see him smack Jean straight in the face. You take the opportunity to slam your spear straight into his back, and let's see, deal an extra necron damage to target equals. Yes. So, he is still standing. From the blow is heavy, and he managed to stand up. He is only just hanging together from the fire that's still raging on, preventing his regeneration, and from all the blows, his body is now literally smoking at this point, but he is somehow still standing.
And a spiritual weapon too.
Okay, that is a hit. Go ahead and make it.
Plus, was it 4? I think.
4, so
Okay,
7.
so. Okay, so that comes in with you then follow it up with the spiritual weapon. It slices straight into his shoulder, and yet somehow he's still up.
Go, Clankers, you can finish this.
Unfortunately, Clanks is still stuck in the river.
Is he actually stuck? Oh, for fuck's sake! I just thought he got held up there for a turn.
Actually, I didn't take his action to give you one.
He's probably going to have to take half his movement to get out of there, so...
He just about manages to pull himself out there. He only just manages to get to you because it was a struggle for him to get out of the water, especially since I'm going to add this in because I have a feeling it's what he would do. Ward kind of used him as a stepping stone at one point to get over, so he...
How rude.
So he's only just managed to catch up to you. And with that, we come back to the top of the round. Jean, you're up.
Okay, since I know what's coming, I'll save what I say for after this attack, because I'm doing the 1-2. I'm out of spell slots. So
Okay.
22.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
$9 points.
You come in for the strike. How would you like to finish this?
All right, I would like to reel, just sort of straighten myself up, and look at him peer to peer, and say, "I care not how many times you come back, Vladimir Horngard. I will be waiting for you." And with a flourish, across the neck, decapitation.
You do it almost to a malice or any kind of force, just very efficient across the neck. The body and the head just flies, and almost almost following the same fate as the corpse he now borrows, falls into the reservoir and sinks below the way. And as it continues, the specters watch their leader fall again, bow their heads in shame, and vanish from the field once more. The battle is over for now.
I regard the fallen body that he possessed, glance up at Maldrath, and very seriously say, "Burn that." And then I reach up, touch my nose, and ruin the moment by saying, "Fuck."
I drop the moonbeam, grumbling to myself, "Stupid fucking hypocrites. I really don't. Why is this just not talking?"
Casimir just sort of dryly remarks, "You have a lot of enemies, don't you?"
It seems we've made enemies with most of the land. And I would like to, since it's going to take a day to the top of the mountain, we're going to get another long rest. Probably I'm going to lay on hands myself to fix my poor busted French nose.
I'm not sure if we'll get a rest climbing.
Yeah, but before we get in, we'll have to rest anyway
That
because
is
you were
most
fucked
probably.
up.
I would
Casimir
say
aside,
don't rest on my account though, 'cause then we waste a day.
Well, it's not just your account. I've burned through all of my spell points, my action surge, and now also my second wind and lay on hand.
Well, darlings, that was your choice. You're the two hitters, and all the rest of us still have pretty much everything in our tank. So we're gonna have to see what happens until we get up there. Nice.
Alright.
So let's just see what happens. Maybe we'll get ambushed by fucking wild, feral, weird people.
Yeah, it is dangerous down here. That's why I stayed up. So I'm not sure we should rest.
I'm assuming this fella had nothing of any particular worth on him, being as he's a corpse from the bottom of a lake.
Yeah, he was a corpse from above the lake, and you can see that the armor. Yeah, and on top of that, you have a look at the sword and the armor. It's literally just some scraps. He probably stole it from whatever he could.
So,
that,
Man, those dudes piss me off. Anyway.
this guy.
At that, Casimir side, I think he goes,
Why don't the poor just eat cake if they don't have bread? They're allowing him to lord it over them. Because they're poor and they can't do anything. I mean, no, they totally can do something, right? They can just leave this place, right? This is a democracy. Let's just unelect him.
You just described America in one rant.
I am very angry.
Whilst all that's going on, I'm just going to make sure Clankers is empty of water and, dry him off a bit.
You actually see the water is just like slowly leaking and gushing out of the holes in the armor. So it's literally just like a small fountain.
Is there a fish inside of Clankers?
I'll say for the heck of it, yes. A small fish is just wiggling around in the deeper parts of the armor, which you very gently take out and put back in.
Poor fish. Okay.
Rescue that fish, dude.
Now it's anglers.
Hey!
Okay, I can't be mad about that one.
All
Okay. And with that, Casimir Grausen says, you may have to suck it up. We've got a long climb ahead of us, and I don't think that's the last thing we'll meet.
Do you think we're gonna make it by today or by tonight?
He said, "Nice. Depends if you have any old friends decide to show up."
I mean,
I'll-
that's fair.
I'll actually chuckle at that and say, given the way things have progressed for us so far, I would do, at this juncture, I'd practically expect it.
3 out of 4 people we meet are friends. The other 1 out of 4 are actual people we like.
Keldrin just
Nice.
stares at Maldras, just like,
My ranger feature allows us to ignore difficult terrain when traveling after an hour, so we should be able to actually climb up a lot faster.
fuck yes, revised ranger, fuck yes.
Okay. So, with that, let's switch music because I'm playing the wrong one. With that, if we switch to the world map a second. With that, you begin the long, arduous climb up the mountainside. Especially
I'm
when
keeping an eye out for feral people.
Okay. Make me perception checks as you climb up.
Yeah, and just everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be advantage. That was a 6.
Okay.
I'm still grumbling about hypocrites.
As you're climbing up, not only
I'm doing the thing, like, you know, when you lose an argument and then you're at home in the shower and you keep finding, like, thinking of good things that you should have said. That's what she's doing. Just like barely under her.
If I said this, that really would have got him. God damn it.
As you're walking up, the snow is you're starting to be hit by the cold winds, and snow is flying up and hitting you in your face. And Eldra, you're now, Keldra, you are currently like huddled within that sort of a sheepskin cloak, sort of angry muttering to yourself, like occasional arguments you think should go through. Meanwhile,
I kick a rock. Ow!
Meanwhile, the rest of you are looking forward. You occasionally see, you occasionally see the odd wolf that looks down on you and then flees when you look at it, or you actually also see some humanoid shadows look up and then disappear. But it doesn't seem to. There are some things watching you, but none of them seem to be particularly thrilled with the idea of getting close at this age.
I imagine the wolves we'll see were mostly wearing wolves, so they will just stay away.
That is true, actually. By this point, you spotted into the wolf skin, so you're able to take over the cold. And once Seth gets used to the terrain, he is able to guide you through the easiest path. So you're actually making much quicker progress than you expected to. And it's when you just as you continuously wind up, as it takes longer and longer, you get towards the towards the top, and he points. You see, spanning before you, you're now at the top of the hill, and you're slowly seeing a valley that dips down to a foot down, which then leads into another mountain ahead. He points at this and goes, Asamir points and goes, that's down there is Tokizia Pass. If we can make it then before nightfall, then we've done at least half the journey. That'll be a good spot. It's a fortified, so provided no one's waiting for us, it will be a good spot to camp.
All right.
Sorry, MBL, you go ahead.
That was it. I was just agreeing.
Okay.
So we're about. What does he guess? What's the time when he says we've done half the journey? I'm a little bit confused.
I will say it's let me just check something in a second.
Like if it's noon right now and we're gonna take half a day down to the pass, then it will be nightfall, and then we have another day's worth up to the Amber Temple.
I will say, yeah, by the time you get up there, it's close to noon now.
Gotcha. Cool, thanks.
Okay. So it's close to noon now, and you start to make your way down. And as you do so, you come to what appears to be a inlet area. It's less snowy than the others. And with that perception check earlier, I'll say you notice that up ahead, there appears to be 3 humanoid shapes directly ahead. They're all they appear to be they appear to be hunting for something, but they're not making any sudden moves yet.
Do they seem to have noticed us?
Not yet, no. Actually, you're on.
I'm just gonna say clankers is a thing, so they probably noticed us.
Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna do. Someone make me a stealth check.
Were we trying to be stealthy?
We were not trying to be stealthy.
No, you're right. Okay, let me just.
Stealth is a no-go unless like certain members go ahead.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
just not
I
happening.
will say. I'm trying to figure this out. They don't have a very high passive perception, so I'll say they haven't noticed you so far.
All right,
I could go and check them out.
be a good idea. I mean, there's got to be people here that aren't out to get us. I mean, there's got to be, right?
Or we could just like wait here until they're gone.
Yeah. I mean, they seemingly haven't spotted us yet.
Okay, and as I just move you to that area.
Oh, it has a map.
Okay, I'd say that they're just a short distance over here, under the belt. They haven't noticed you yet. So, knowing that, what are you planning to do? I'll just move you over here, Wood. I'll get clankers in there as well.
Can we like back up just a little bit and wait till they're gone?
I'm gonna be back here with the non-stealthy people.
Okay. If you're now attempting to hide, make me a stealth check.
I'm not really. I'm just staying put where on the border of their line of sight since they haven't seen it.
But you're still trying to be quiet though.
Oh!
Ward sinks
Okay.
into the snow.
I guess I'll attempt to stealth.
2 4s.
Well, that went as fantastically as I imagined it would.
Okay. You, Ward, you managed to, both Ward other than Seth, all of you managed to perfectly sneak yourselves in. Seth Ward managed to throw themselves down to the ground. Keldrin, you managed to at least get behind the rock so you're not that visible. As you're backing up, unfortunately, Clank is still following his command. Right, you crank, and then accidentally knocks into the Jean, and that's a lot. So they go, and they all start bringing out their axes.
Can I just wave to them?
They look a little confused.
Please?
You think
They
they
still
saw
look
us?
confused.
Oh, okay, I was expecting them just to be charging, so I'll just be like, yeah, I was just gonna carry on waving.
Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'll like lift both my hands to show that they're empty.
Hey.
Okay, they're thoroughly confused. They then see the giant scary metal thing right next to you and go, "Rah!" and bring out their weapons. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Oh god, we're fighting the cavemen.
Oh, Jesus
And I have to
Christ.
roll off with Maldraft.
Wow. Come on, Jonan, this is your chance to roll high.
Alright, let's see. Oh my god! Am I cursed? This is getting beyond a joke now.
What do you mean? Are you cursed? Are you shitting me?
I cannot wait until the final battle with Strahd and he rolls a natural 1 on initiative.
Also, did you just also roll 15 for your other initiative? Or no, I fucked up. I should have just done the street 20, shouldn't I? Okay, so yeah, you go first.
Actually,
Mine
we
have been
just
plus
rolled
2.
the same thing.
Mine was.
Oh
plus...
yeah. Oh god, I rolled the same thing as the rest of you. Right. Oh my god. Okay. So we now. Okay. I'll just
I
say
think it
Maldraft
goes-
first. Why not?
I have the highest modifier though, so it's your.
Okay, so it'd be Jean, Maldraft, and then them. Right. So.
Man, these guys are toast.
So it's Seth, followed by Keldrin, followed by Ward, followed by Jean. Followed by Jean, then Maldraft, then me.
What a low rolling scores we have.
Whatever I've got is spreading.
Oh, the bad guys have never been able to take the initiative in either of my campaigns. Okay, so we come to the top of the round. These guys have started burning out their axes. You're up.
I don't think I'll even bother with Hunter's Mark. I'll just, sharpshooter into the one right at the top.
Okay. That does hit. Just you fire in the weapon slams straight into the shot.
There you go.
This is in pain, but he actually manages to seems to dull it out with pure adrenaline. So go ahead and make a second.
Attack. Coming in.
Okay, if that was an advantage, then yeah, that hits, definitely. And let's see, there's not. Okay, the arrow this time slams straight into the chest. You thought that you would have hit a lung or a heart or something. He does gasp and then there's his head back up. He's still somehow managing to stay a lot up.
These things are a lot tougher than I thought.
Okay, and with that, Keldrin, you're up.
Oh no. Oh, why can't we just be friends?
Maldra's still waving.
Actually, I'll hold. Nah, that's not gonna. We're not gonna do this peacefully. No, I'm gonna toss a flame at the same guy
Okay.
that Seth was firing at. Dexterity saving throw, please.
I was gonna try and persuade him, but I guess that's out the window.
Possibly.
Okay,
Nine.
that's a fail, so he takes the full 13 damage. Fire.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hide behind clankers.
Okay. You as you throw the flame, it impacts him directly in the neck area. The flames engulf him, and yet somehow he's still charging towards you. At which point you go and duck behind.
I just go beep.
If he attacks with Maldrath, I guess he would be Shankers.
Oh god. Okay. With that, Ward, you're up.
I can move and hold my attack action, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I will move up my distance and then hold my attack until they move up to me.
Okay.
I'm just imagining Ward like slowly plodding and like wearily readying his...
Axe dragging behind him on the floor.
Yeah.
These guys are so much tougher than they look. I'm gonna get destroyed. You guys go.
Yeah. Ward, you stand in the middle, ready for anything that comes your way. And you should be backed up by your brother Jean.
Alright, so I'm gonna move up as far as I can go, which is here. And for want of anything else, I would like to say, do you speak our language? If so, we don't want this.
Okay, make me a persuasion check, just a straight roll.
14 could be worse.
They step. One of them stares at you. They goes, we understand. We do not trust. And
I'll glance with that. I'll sigh, glance back at and just glance back at Maldrath like, you're better at this than...
Speaking of which, Maldrath, you're up.
Right, in that case, I shall move somewhat. I'm assuming I'll be able to sort of see everyone then.
Okay, you would be the water I would say is difficult to raid. It's shallower than before, but so you would be. I'd say you managed to get around here.
How does that affect my view?
It's pretty open space, so pretty much everything you can see. There's no dark vision or force line of sight on this. You can see everything.
Okay, in that case, I will attempt another persuasion to try and talk them down. So say, hello friends, we seem to have got off on the wrong foot. We don't need any trouble, we're just passing through.
Making me another persuasion roll.
Just passing through. That's literally the story of our lives. Nice.
They lower their weapons, but at least one of them does, and they use like, why are you here? Talk now!
I mean, we're just passing through. That's all we're doing. We need to be somewhere else. We're not staying.
Pass through where? We already have monster. Don't need more.
Oh boy, a monster.
Can I talk out of turn?
I will say for now. Yes.
I'm just going to say then, we need to get south, that's all. We're not staying, we're not... No, I'll word it this way. We need to get south, we're not staying here, that's all.
Which south? South is our home.
That's all I'm gonna say on my free act.
Okay.
Just out of character, are we going for a monster, or are we just gonna literally just try and get past these guys?
Let's see how things develop.
Oh.
Have we ever had a plan?
Okay.
We're on a
Okay.
very important journey. We really don't want to have any problems. You know, just a bunch of friendly travelers traveling through, not stopping. We're not monsters.
We could
They-
kill some monsters if you want. He's very good
I-
at that. I point to Ward. Sorry for
They-
fireballing you.
The one who has massive burn marks and arrow wounds is definitely not looking impressed. The others are at least willing to consider.
Okay, how about this? What if I, patch your friend up, good as new, and then we'll be on our way. No harm, no foul.
At which point there is there is a sudden sound ruptures through the air. A loud. They
Because
look.
the monster found us.
Maldus is
look-
just going to roll his head back like, ugh.
The berserkers look over and goes, "Oh no, oh!" And at this point, the one that was burned.
What?
Oh!
That
it
was
is-
unforeseen.
did not- Yeah, it did not see it coming as. It's going to go spawn eventually. A giant. There's a blower movement, and a giant bird creature just swoops down and just chomps straight on this poor unfortunate man. And just he just chomps down the beak, and you just see an arm fly into the ground as he just decimates it into the water. And there, let's see, don't take something.
Just quickly, I'll just be like, for the record, I could have saved that man.
And let's see. Oh, because it's still flying, it then moves over to this one. And so yeah, move it around there, and it's gonna make one last. And that is as AC. So, it then bites down on one, and as it's flying down, it comes in with its talons, rakes in and closes down on the other man who's just screaming. He's alive, but unfortunately.
Oh!
It's still alive, and it's still piercing damage, and it's only when we're desperate, it manages to get out of its talons and just flops to the ground in a messy heap. But you now see this giant bird in front of you, just flapping its wings and giving you a stare of fierce anger.
Okay! That happened!
Is it really that big? Like 20-foot odd bird?
Yep, it's a giant.
Ouch.
Let's see. It's gargantuan in game terms.
Out of character, I think this is the coolest thing ever, but Jean is just like, okay. Basically that John Mulaney.
And this berserker is just fleeing out of the way to try and get advantage, but that triggers its attack.
He could use the disengage action as an action.
He
What an
probably,
idiot!
he probably doesn't know game actions.
Thankfully, it missed. Yeah, thankfully it missed just in time. I mean, it's just scrabbling away in pure terror at this point.
Okay, that guy has very low intelligence. We know this now.
I mean,
Okay.
they did, get hostile when we just waved. Well, I mean, when I just waved.
I mean, in fairness.
Yeah. I know, Shonen. We're just.
Yeah. I mean, you have a giant suit of armor, a massive half-orc, and a guy who can set people on fire. There's a bit. But okay.
Yeah.
We now come back to the top of the round, and Seth, you're up.
Yeah, I will put my hunter's mark on the bird.
Oh yeah, Seth has stopped sleeping on this bough. Myself too, probably.
Lucky thing Seth kept his action surge and so did Ward.
I don't have an action surge, I didn't sleep.
Oh god, that's right.
Action surge aren't a win the
not
game
a-
situation.
The 18.
In Seth's hand they are.
Okay.
Well, yes.
That is a hit. You now fully awakened, as all your heart's fully into it, you launch an arrow to it, and it manages to make a mark, and the arrow bends in it. You're not sure if it. You're sworn you hit it, but the bird's not showing any signs of it.
And I'll follow up with a second attack.
And that is a hit. Okay, you launch another arrow to the same spot on its neck. It seems to flinch, but nothing.
Yeah, I may as well go with the action surge.
Go for it.
And I'll double down on this one for a sharpshooter.
Righto. That is just a hit. Roll it out.
Minus one of the d8s there.
Okay, so I'll say that's
So
20 damage
21.
21, okay. Okay, and I believe you still have one more attack for the action surge.
Yeah, I'll go for the same again.
Okay. That one's a miss, unfortunately. So you manage to fire a third arrow again, and clustering all in the same spot. This time it goes, but it's still not showing any major signs of damage. And as you try to fire the fourth and last shot, it manages to flap its wings and send the arrow directly off course. So with that, Keldrin, you're up.
Oh, you beauty. Oh, you pretty, pretty thing. The fuck is this? DM? How do I know what this is?
Okay.
I wish this was Pathfinder so I could be like, what knowledge check should I make? But no, this is 5th edition. What this?
I can say you can make a nature check if you want.
Does it count as an action?
I would say so, yeah, because you're taking a...
Fuck.
So I
Okay.
think this would be part of your background. No, not this particular thing.
This
Okay,
giant
thank you.
giant burb.
Nature. Oh fuck, no, I have no idea.
If it's an all action, I wouldn't be able to assist, would I? Or
Unfortunately, not in this combat round. No.
Well,
I'll say you recognize it as as a giant bird of prey, but your mind is it's the size is making you just completely panic. So you get about as far as it's a bird of prey, and then your mind.
meat. Who's glad that I prepped Earthbind instead of Find Traps? Earthbind, motherfucker. So he makes a strength saving throw. so
You
go
just
ahead.
took an action for that
No,
nature.
I did not. He said
Oh,
it did
really?
not count as an action. Yeah.
But
Yes, that's right. Okay.
But I can also not do that if that's totally fine with me. I'll just try and Earthbind it next round. Up to you, man.
Okay, I thought I'd said it was an action, but okay.
I thought you said it was part of my background, so it wasn't an action. Never mind.
I was
Never
trying
mind.
to. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. I can see where the confusion came up with because I was trying to determine it as well. But okay, I will say Earthbind this time. All right.
I'm gonna play fair. I'm panicking. I'm just instead gonna go for a try and survive, and I'm gonna bonus action healing word the dude that's lying underneath it.
Okay.
So he gets 7 hit points back.
Okay, great. Alright, so you, in your panicking, you scramble to try and find the knowledge, then realize there's a guy down, and you manage to say some comforting words for the magical enchantment, and his wounds slowly start healing up. And
Sorry,
he looks towards you just. He just looks at you in shock and awe at this stage, and the words don't really register. Although, in fairness, I think any grievance he had about that point has vanished at this point. Okay, and with that, Ward, you're up.
Alright, Ward was sleeping on this battle because he didn't rest, and then he just had another battle, and then this huge bird landed right next to him, and he was ready for one of the berserkers coming up to him, so he was not ready for this. He's going to move around if he can, as much in front of the barbarian as he can, so try and make a separation, and then he's just going to hit this big thing and hope that it dies eventually.
I'll say that technically the bird is about 30 feet above you, so you can do that. Okay, 27. That hits. You manage to get a swipe in and just sort of scrape the underside of its talons, which is the only part you can reach in your current state. Okay, and that's 14 points. You manage to make a. You land the blade onto it, and there's
16
like a.
instead.
16. And you see that it makes a slice, but it seems to be like a giant version of a paper cut. It flinches, but it doesn't appear to be like registering it as serious damage.
Then death by 1,000 cuts it shall be.
I love that we're not even considering backing away, even though the DM is consistently being like, it barely hurts it. It's like a paper cut.
You follow it up and slam it directly on one of its talons. Like you almost slam it on the top. Oh, and it shrieks as you manage to strike it. Okay, how many of those are you going to re-roll?
3 of them.
Okay. So that's 15 plus the 4. So 19, that's 19 points of slashing damage. Yeah, 26. That's it.
And then because that was a critical, it gives me a bonus attack as a bonus action. Aww.
That is unfortunately a miss. You slam straight into its toe, and it actually gives a and you can see blood pouring from it. You then try to follow up with a second attack, but this time it flaps its wings just enough to get out of range.
Alright, that's it.
Okay, with that, Jean, you're...
FML. Okay, is there a way I can get within melee range of it?
Like I said, it's flying about 30 feet above you guys, so you can get it underneath if you wish.
Okay. There, so I need to be there or there, standing literally in the river, which I am not gonna do.
It would be really hard to get advantage on it at the moment, given its current position, I will say. Or flanking, rather.
Man, I blew all of my important shit on Vladimir. I'm gonna get up next to it so I can use protection on Ward if I have to, and I'm gonna unload with the 1-2.
Okay, go for it.
Protect that dude if you can, he's probably going to try and run away.
Oh, actually, good point. I'll get up next to both of you. Now the 1-2, and this first one I'm going to make with advantage with human determination, because this seems like, 40-foot bird. This is a good time to use it.
25.
25.
That's a hit.
And 15.
That just hits. Following what example, you manage to go round to the other talon and just slam your sword against the underside of it.
24.
You're only causing blood to slowly drip out of it as you just slam straight into it. It's the damage is slowly wearing on it, but the bird still looks really healthy at this point.
Okay, we're whittling it away. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. And so, with that, Maldraff.
I'll call out to Kellenvor to grant me the aid of his servant. I can
I
find
think
the
I know.
spell.
I think I know what this is gonna be.
Still broken. That's spirit guidance anyway.
Okay. I'll give you. So 30-foot square, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that also has its speed. Awesome.
It
Okay.
is, however, bound to the ground, though. So if the thing is flying, this is not going to do anything. I think, if I remember that correctly.
Let's see. Let me just double check it.
Or is it an aura?
I always imagine
It's just around.
I always imagine the
Flying
Guardians
machine.
flied around in that area.
Yeah, it's
spectrally.
like an aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's how it worked in Horde for me, so...
Yeah, okay, let's see. All the spirits protect you. They will continue to neutralize. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about the ground. It's just when it enters the area for the first time.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, so it has to make a wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes.
And it misses.
Right.
So go ahead and roll your.
Make sure I'm getting the right thing now. Yeah. Could have been worse.
Okay. You all fall through Kelly Ball, and then as you summon the words, you all see these spectral Valkyries throughout the full orb around Maldraff, and as they start flying around, they collide straight into the side of the Ogbird, slamming 1, 2, 1, 2. It manages to flap its way to get out of the way of most of them, however, but it still takes some damage. And with that, it comes back to them. So the first bird does is it's going to try and bite down on this berserker.
Will Clankers take the initiative and move off to attack what I'm attacking?
At the moment, it's just it's following the command of protecting you, so it's going to attack if the bird gets in your range. It's an action to tell it to do anything else. Meanwhile, it's going to attack. That's a 21. Okay, it manages to bite down, and you just watch as it just slams its jaws onto the berserker as it tries to run, killing it instantly and just swallowing it whole. And then it starts to flap up, and it's going to make a talon attack on you, Ward.
Disadvantage.
Because of the protection?
Yes.
It's 6 got a 21, so I appreciate the sentiment. Oh my god.
Okay. It flies. It's not attacking towards. It slides down between them. You, Urjan, try to get your shield up to protect it, but the sheer force of it sends you sends you reeling. And Ward, I'm gonna need you to make me a strength saving throw
That'd
with
be great, 'cause I have
disadvantage because of
disadvantage,
exhaustion.
yeah. Sweet.
Oh!
You
Uh,
just
10. I got 10.
10. Oh.
The
So,
disadvantage is on ability checks, not saving throws.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, fair.
So
Then,
would it be the
do you want
13
me to
plus
take the first one? That'll be 21.
Yeah, we
21.
might as well.
Oh wait,
21.
it
So
is I don't know.
Yeah, it is an ability.
Hang on, let me double.
DM's discretion.
I think it's
Yeah.
just skill checks,
Yeah,
really,
it's
but
grapple, isn't it?
DM's discretion. My thought was that skill checks weren't affected, but ability checks were.
I'm gonna look. I'm just
then
gonna double
this is
check the
this
wording.
is a save,
Hang on.
so I don't know.
okay, it's at level 3 that he loses, that he gets disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay, so
Okay.
it is the first roll then.
Okay, so it's only one. You just barely managed to get out of its talons, like forcing your way out, and you collapse onto you collapse onto the ground, but you still take the 25 slashing damage as it slams straight as the talons pierce you from all sides. And with that, it's going to start flying and manage to get. I'm going to double check the exact wording of this. Okay, it manages to get 100 feet off the ground as it just flies straight up, circling higher and higher when you attack, looking for the next opportunity to attack. So, with that, we go back to the top of the round. Seth, you're up.
Yeah, just gonna put arrows into it.
Okay. That just hits. Go ahead and roll it down. Okay, you managed to get a slight nick of it. It's as you fire into the air, managed to get a small nick on its leg. Go ahead and make a second. Okay, that's another solid hit. Roll your damage. Okay, this time you managed to get somewhat. You managed to get somewhere a bit more vital towards the stomach area. You hear a screech, but it is still.
It's really high up in the air, isn't it? So yes, that's my turn.
Sorry, just doing calculations. Ward, no, sorry, Kel.
I'm looking at the others. Oh, do we want it to come back? I can make it come back. I mean, it's gonna attack us anyway. I'm gonna Earthbind it. Range 300 feet, so it should still be within.
Yeah, it is within 300 feet.
Yeah, it makes a strength check and is probably gonna succeed. Strength save, sorry. Oh wow!
Okay,
yes, it
25.
does. Yeah, fuck
Okay.
yeah. So nothing happens.
You try to use all your druidic powers to bring it down to the earth, but as would you describe this as rock shards or vines?
The spell describes it as yellow strips of energy, so I'm just gonna like sunlight shooting up from the rocks, trying to loop around it, and it just kind of ducks in between.
Okay, yeah.
them.
So as these lads wrap from it wraps them over, but then a huge flap of its wings, it bursts out of them.
Fly away,
just gives you
bird!
another glare.
Please, just go, please. That's my turn.
Okay. And then with that, Ward,
Ward sort of limps over to the rock next to him and gets ready to attack it if it attacks him or Jean.
okay.
That's it.
Okay. So with that, Jean, you're up.
Okay, heavy crossbow it is, because it's literally just within my range. Nope.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna reload and then just. Yeah, I'm gonna reload, and if at all possible, drop my crossbow and prepare to just utilize the protection, fighting style.
Okay, you rest the crossbow on your shield and try to fire. The bolt just shoots harmlessly into the air, and you instantly bring your shield back up, more focused on defense than keeping your aim straight.
Yeah.
All right, Maldraff, you're up.
If we're gonna carry on attacking it, I'll move. I'm assuming I can just quickly hop to that little rock there.
Yeah. And Clankers follows you. It's 100 feet up, but it doesn't actually say anything about. It's just the aura in the area, so yeah, it'll make another.
Right. I will also.
Okay, I've just also noticed it should have a +4 to that. So, but either way, it's a 7, so it fails. So go ahead and roll your damage.
It's 3d8, wasn't it?
Sorry guys. You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration.
Right. Okay.
So it's an aura around you of 15 feet.
I couldn't work out how to cancel those.
Okay. I will just set a for.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so contrary, but this is a spell that I'm going to use from my other characters, so I wanted to make sure.
Okay, yeah, that is totally fair. I will say it. I'll say it flares up for now, then weakens. If not, just to clarify the fact that I have accidentally put 30 feet in it. So, it flares up for a brief moment as you focus, and the Valkyries continue to slam into it, but it manages to flap out of the way of the damage.
So how high up is it? Sorry.
100 feet.
Yeah, I was just about to
It's
say.
a long way. Right, what have I got that even reaches that?
If you have Guiding Bolt, but I don't think you do.
I do not, so I'm just going to have to settle for this.
Okay, that is a hit. You throw up a spectral hand that is the. I'm managing to touch the creature on the back, and it lets out a. As it is. Not quite. As it doesn't know what touched it, it's genuinely spooked. And yeah, it takes 11 points of the.
I'm also assuming Clankers does not have any ranged attack, so it would be.
Nope, it's a suit of armor with literally nothing, yeah.
Tell it to transform into a jet.
Maybe it's like Megatron, you just turn into a giant gun, I'll be able to shoot the thing. Yeah, I think that'll be me.
Alrighty, and with that, it comes back to its turn. It swoops down 120 feet first. It's gonna make a beak attack on you, Jean.
Okay.
Are we, with the spectral guidance, do they count now, or are we just negating?
No, I'm counting it every time it's the first time it steps into its aura. So because you, okay, essentially, we're doing it once per round. So that's how the rule is going to work. Okay.
Okay.
So the beak slams straight into you, John. You take 29 points of piercing damage as it it's strikes you from either side.
Okay, the good news is it cannot move back up on the same turn with that movement.
Yes, so it moves it moves to 100 feet. Okay, yeah, you manage to hit it in one as you come in and slam the other side of its talons as it tries to does bite down on John before spitting him out.
16 points of reaction damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's looking battered and bleeding now, but it is still strong. And then it comes round to do a talon attack on you, Ward.
Okay. Is this on me or Ward?
Ward.
It doesn't matter, but disadvantage.
Okay, so it comes in, and you take 20 points of slashing damage as it comes in and strikes you, and I'm going to need you to make another strength saving. Unfortunately, this time you're still weakened and shot by everything, so you are now firmly in its talons, and it uses the last of its movement to rise up 20 feet as it with the struggling half-orc in tow begins to rise up. And so we go back to the top of the round. Seth, you're up.
I'll aim to clip its wings.
Go for it. That's a definite hit. Now it's closer to the ground. You've got it's not the way to go, and it takes 16 points of slashing damage as you manage to hit the underside of its wing, and it shrieks and flashes. That is another hit as well. And another firm solid hit as you get it and the other side of its wing. It's shrieking and slashing. It's still strong, but the hits are definitely taking them. And so, with that, Keldrin, you're up.
Shit. Ward is in its claws, going up. I'm gonna try and Earthbind again.
Okay.
Strength check.
Right.
It might roll low, guys. It might.
It could be a 1.
It's not a 1.
No. You are
not
now
even close.
Seeing how desperate everything is, you try and get end of the Earthbind, and the energy shoots up, but once again, it shrieks and open up its wings, and the energy disperses.
Right. Bonus action, I'm going to shift into a giant vulture.
Okay,
and
we're going to have to use
take
space.
off. And I'm going to take off after.
Okay.
Stay just below it, just like underneath Ward.
Okay. I don't have a token ready, so we're going to use space on the mind and say you fly underneath. So, we now come to Ward's turn. You can make me a strength saving throw to try and get. Actually, it would be a strength off, I think. Yeah, it would be just a strength roll, I think.
Against its strength, do that. I'm just going to attack it.
Okay.
Wait, are my arms tied by its grasp?
Technically, your entire body is, yes.
Okay, then I can only do the strength. Ooh, that's crap.
And let's see what happens. It would just be... Unfortunately, it still has you in its grip. You're desperately fighting, but it still has you there. And with that, Jean, you're up.
Oh, this is not good. Is there a vantage point on these rocks I can get to where I'm within range to attack it?
It's only 20 feet up, so you should still be able to strike it.
Okay. Keldrin is on the other side of it. So...
I would say climbing up that's difficult terrain on the rocks, though.
I'm a vulture. I'm a vulture. Oh,
yeah,
we're talking about something completely different, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about Zon actually moving to get on the side for flanking.
Okay, so where was I? Right here, yeah? So 1, 2, 3. Actually, I can get on the other side of it. That's half my movement.
Okay. So go ahead and make your attack.
15 and 20.
both hit. Go ahead and roll all your damage as you desperately climb up the side and just slam your blade into it.
20.
Okay. You... Okay, you get on the rock side and leap across. You slash you do a twofold strike as you come down, and it shrieks and is looking battered and bloody, but somehow it's still hanging on.
Okay.
And so
I'm just gonna shoot a look across the battlefield at Maldref, like, please do this.
Okay. And so, with that, it's technically within its range, so...
Are you rolling the old angel damage?
Yep. And it doesn't make it, so...
Holy shit.
Okay, so... That is... The Valkyrie's cut up, and its manages to fly out of the way with most of it, but... How would you like to finish this, Maldra?
Whoa!
I think, just letting the Valkyries do their job would be good enough. Unless, you need any other things to do.
Okay, so, it manages. It's trying desperately to fly. It's managed to fly. Most of the Valkyries dodge it, but the last few, they swoop one side, it dodges. They swoop the other side, it dodges. The last 3 foot aisle straight up and smack it straight across the jaw. It goes. And with that, it falls backwards, slowly towards the and opens up its talons, hitting the ground with a loud thud. However, War. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall 20 feet out of the talon's grab into the rock below with a loud and the bird finally, whereas the earl dying, collapses to the ground dead.
What was that encounter? Oh my god.
I'm on 6 HP.
I will use some of my spells to help our brave barbarian out.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Keldrin killed him, too late.
Sorry. Trying out new macros. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Seth, when I said you were a better man than I, if you would please excuse me for a moment. Ward gets on it and just starts laying into it.
Both you and Keldrin, who in a bit of shock is letting the vulture instincts take over and begin pecking away at this iron bird, just whacking away at it. You.
I didn't mean to do that.
I know. I'm just.
I know.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
That's okay. I deserve it.
You all begin pumping wound spells into the barely alive barbarian who's healing up, and as Mimir runs over, looks at it, and goes, "The legendary rock bird. I didn't even know that was still alive."
I shift back to Keldrin in a poof of feathers, and I just sit on the ground like, I flew! It was just for a second, but I flew!
I flew as well!
Yeah! I'm so glad you're okay!
I'm gonna move over to like both of them and say, just when I thought Barovia was done with us. Ward, need a hand up.
Thank you, John. But things continue like that. I need more than a hand. You know what? I'm glad you guys are here.
And I'm glad all of you are with me as well. And Keldrin, That was pretty spectacular.
I mean, it was only for like 3 seconds, but yeah. It's so big. It's so big.
I'll walk over to Ward and, grab him by the shoulder and be like, that was the best pigeon bait I've ever seen, whilst channeling healing energy into him.
And I'll look at Casimir as that happens and say, another of Barovia's legendary occupants, I take it.
He says, yeah, there have been legends of this sort of thing even before Strahd took over. This temple, these mountains, they've always been feared as cursed ground. Long, long before Strahd took over. You best buckle up, kids. Because this journey, it's probably only going to get tougher from here. These mountains and the Amber Temple, they're not the sort of place you make a journey too lightly. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, folks.
Before we head off, I want to turn to Casimir and say, I'm not sure if you noticed, but just before that bird killed everyone, we made some friends, and they weren't going to kill us.
A good note to end on.
And on that note, my friends, I just want to thank all the players for being involved in this game and the Dungeon Master. I may not announce everyone's names during the intro anymore, but that's because I want to cut down the intro. But their names are below, so you can see them. Other than that, guys, let me do a proper outro this time, because I haven't done that previously. I just want to say thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like or a comment to let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And once again, thank you for watching. I've been MVL, and we will catch you next time.
What was that encounter?